Yes, that's right. Today, we're going to talk about the mystery of 45% ABV. Also, that's basically all I could think about. I was looking for 40%. I don't really have that many 4%. So, yeah. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. And today, I always seem to start videos like that. We are drinking whiskey. That's the end of it right there. But I honestly was thinking about 40% to do this, and then quickly realized I don't really have that many 40%. I have Irish 40% stuff. So maybe sometime I will do a 40% Irish stuff. But when I was looking for bourbons, no, it's not a thing. So it got kicked up to 45%. The only thing I think I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, is 45% is that cutoff point, so they don't need to chill filter, I think, which I find interesting. But then again, I could be completely wrong about that, which would be the first time. I have three options here. And they are, what should I start with? Okay, they are Jefferson's Ocean Aged at Sea. This is 45%, surprisingly. Then we have the Weller Special Reserve, 45%. And then we have one of my favorites, as I knock a whole bunch of stuff down, Eagle Rare, also 45%. I feel like I have one or two more in there somewhere behind me, but I'm not certain. Let me know what you're drinking. That's part of the rule of showing up, is that you have to drink something. I don't care what. It can be whiskey, stupid phone. It can be whiskey, it can be water, it can be anything. There we go. No more noises from the phone. I'm going to try something mildly different. Oh, I have to do the thing. I forget. I'm really good at this. So first, welcome, Wesley Zeller. Thank you for showing up. Mike Franklin, thank you for being here. David Geschke, hopefully that's right. Thank you for being here. Hi. Cover that. One thing I realized in other videos I watch, other streamers, and I haven't been doing this, which is why I don't have 1,000 subscribers, I'm sure. They pour right to left because to you, the viewer, it looks like left to right. And in general, people enjoy looking at things left to right because that's how you read. So it's kind of one of those, well, that's how most Americans read. People who read English words. I think in Japan, it's the other way around. Pretty sure it is. Co-op whiskey, hello. Hello. Good evening, or afternoon, or good night. Whatever time it is. This is California over there. It's afternoon, right? I have no idea. Mike Myers. Whoa, that moved. Mike Myers. Cheers. Welcome. Ooh, cider. I like cider. Give it to me. Yeah, exactly. There are plenty of other languages out there that read things in different ways. But as far as me, I tend to read from left to right, and I feel like I heard that thing when I did graphic design stuff. I always like to say, always put things from left to right because people are more drawn to it, especially up here. Like if you put something up here, people automatically look up here and then that way. There's a whole thing about the way an eye looks at a page. It's really bonkers. Brandy. Ooh. Something I need to try once in a while, occasionally someday. Rittenhouse Rye to start the night. Ooh, very nice. I had a rye recently. It's behind me. It's not Rittenhouse, I don't think. Sagamore. Yeah. All right. Pour whiskey. First, I also have to talk about my week. Talk about your week, too, if it was good or bad. Mine was interesting. I received my second shot in the arm, and it kicked my ass, to say the least. So from Wednesday at 2 a.m., so basically this morning, I felt absolutely awful. But that's good. I mean, your body's doing the thing it's supposed to do. So yay. John T., welcome. But that pretty much made me dead to the world for quite a bit of time. Mr. Whiskey Shits. Cheers, y'all. Welcome. All right. What should I pour first? That's the real difficult question. Okay. Jefferson's Ocean. This was a donated bottle by the Busey. I haven't seen him in a while, but I also know he's got a new job a little while ago and has a life. So, not that any of you don't. Hi, whoa. Whiskey actually bounced out of there. That was funny. Just a small bit, because this is actually the first whiskey I've had in 2 days because of that Moderna thing, the shot in the arm. There was no alcohol for me that day or the next day, or it's been almost 3 days, I think. Ooh, it feels wrong somehow. I should put this back. No, that's not where I'm going to put it. Oh, and I got to say the other thing. Oh, man, I'm good at this. Welcome to those of you watching on Facebook and Twitch. I hope you're enjoying something too. I got the fun bits. I felt like I don't know if I actually had a fever, but I felt very warm. I knew I was warm, but I also felt cold. I got chills, that kind of stuff. That was exciting. I had a giant blanket on me for most of the night. And, it was like, even though I could tell I was really warm, like I knew I was like sweating, that kind of thing. Not pleasant. Glad it's done and over with. But good God, I was worried that was going to happen too, like leading up to it. I was talking to my friends and family a little bit, being like, I'm probably going to have a bad reaction. I have a feeling I'm going to have a bad reaction. Not a bad reaction, but a strong reaction, we'll say. And I did. That's okay. It's done and over with. A couple more weeks and then it'll be official. And I can go out into the world and show off this beautiful thing. No, that's a joke. Granted, some people haven't actually seen my face directly in over a year, and they have no idea that I have this mustache. That'll be funny. Did I just bore that? I did. Okay. I feel awful putting these away in an obscure manner. I know where they're supposed to go and stuff. And I've switched things around. I'm trying to work on a new opening for the channel, for the video, so you won't have to see the video thing I've been using for the past year. That is, let's just say, out of date, because this wasn't behind me before. Right. Last one, Eagle Rare. I don't know why I thought that was a screw cap for a minute. That was interesting. And I realized something else from doing these streams is that although to the viewer it may look nice for me to hold up the glass and pour, it is also much harder to do, even for the videos I make. I go like this and pour, like, oh God, I always seem to spill. It's hilarious. Why am I putting this over here? You go there for now. Some of you may notice there's actually space showing up on this shelf finally. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm going to say it's okay for now, because I used to be able to fit all my whiskey on there. Not anymore. Oh, the second bottle, I didn't say about the bottles. I got distracted by talking about how crap I felt. The second Weller, or the Weller, was also donated. And the Eagle Rare I bought myself. I just like Eagle Rare. And I want to be in the habit of keeping some of my favorites. I've actually thought about doing a video about where they're not my go-tos, but the ones I want to have on the shelf. I don't always have them on the shelf. But Eagle Rare is one of those bottles I just enjoy having to drink. Oh yeah, I knew it wasn't long before. I knew it wasn't 100%. There was plenty of talk about that before they actually got around to saying it has to be this, this, and this. Oh yeah, that was funny. I thought it was amusing. I think it's Whiskey Vault. It probably had to be. There's very little things that stick in my head, unless I heard it from them, that they were taking Scotch, bringing it to Japan, mixing it with some other stuff, and then saying it's Japanese whiskey. It's hilarious, but I do know they changed the rules recently, and that doesn't change the fact that Neek from the Barrel is delicious, because it is. It's one of those bottles I didn't want to open for a long time, and I finally did. All right, so your left, my right. The first one is Jefferson's Oceans. The second one is Weller. I got to say this before I forget completely. And the third one is Eagle Rare. The way you can tell at a glance, this Jefferson's Ocean, clear, like Cairn, The Weller is in my whiskey vault glass. You can tell very easily. Someday I'll figure out a good way to do this. And the third one is in Drink More Bourbon glass. So now you know. Or the Eagle Rare is in Drink More Bourbon glass. And they get free advertisement. Yay! They don't need it, but it's nice to share the other channels that do not need any assistance from me at all. Ugh. Believe it or not, I actually started down the path of not soju, but the other thing that's made from rice, which now I can't think of because I had to think of it. I have to know the word right now, and it just left my brain. Sake. There we go. I got it. Another little theme of the evening is to let me know, inform me, tell me about what 45% you like, or what 40% is easy. Mostly, we'll stick with 45%. What 45% whiskeys do you like in general? As I said, I was hoping to do 40%, then looked through my whole collection and was like, that's right, I like high proof stuff. Most of what I have is more than 40%. It's like 45 and up. I think there might be one 43-ish. And the 40 stuff is typically what? Irish. There we go. Words. Mr. Whiskey Shits, you're helping with the thumbs. Yes, please remember to like and subscribe. And by the way, I have Patreon. There we go. Mr. Whiskey Shits, you just got yourself in trouble. Now you can officially do that. Officially. Cool. This is the Oceans. As weird as it sounds, it does have this weird salt thing to it. I've also had half a bottle of it for a while. I haven't gone back to this. I'm not even sure when I got it, but Jason Busey definitely got it for me. It's an expensive bottle, by the way. I thought about buying it once and then saw the price and was like, maybe not. That's a bad idea. It does have a, what was I saying? It does have this weird kind of sea salt thing to it, or salt thing. I can't even say sea salt officially. I'm not that good at telling things apart. Or am I? But smelling this, it has a weird musty thing. And it does remind me of being by the ocean a bit. And I can say that because I live in the ocean state. So I have a general idea of what the ocean smells like. And now I'm thinking of salted chocolates. I've realized something. I shouldn't do videos or do streams when I'm hungry because I get a lot more food-ish things out of whiskey. I don't know if that's bad or good, but I'm aware of it. And since I haven't eaten since breakfast, I haven't eaten since breakfast. I have not eaten since breakfast, and I haven't had whiskey for about 2 days. So this will be, if nothing else, mildly entertaining to some of you, I hope. Also, I have a weird song stuck in my head right now because I took a shower and I was listening to music, and then I caught up one of the songs once I was done. Now it's stuck in my head. Bourbon Beginnings, hello. If I didn't say hi to you, welcome to the show. If you have a 45% whiskey you enjoy, do tell. I'm always looking for other options, although I am a high proof person for some reason. I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like it's a good thing. Oh, I just realized I can give myself more work to do. I'll do them all at once. If you'd like to see what I thought about any of these whiskeys in depth, I suppose is the word, I'm going to point up there and hopefully remember that I did that at 1436. I'm going to post all three at once because, and that's for those who are watching on the replay, if you exist at all. Hopefully you do. But I believe I reviewed all. I know I did. I reviewed the Jefferson's Oceans, the Weller, and the Eagle Rare. At least I hope I did the Eagle Rare. God, that'd be weird. A Twitch person, look out. Welcome. Cheers. Is that two J's? I don't know why it looks weird like that. But I know a JJ. I don't know if you're him, but there's a JJ guy, I know. Welcome, Twitch viewer. Aha, I knew it. Thank you for watching from the other platform. Soon I will have covered all the platforms with the glory of whiskey. Supposedly. All right, we're going in. Actually, wait, no, nose them all first, then drink. I just want to drink it, though. Oh, next one, Weller. Oh, whoa. Okay. Comparing always does such weird things, I got to say. And also not something I normally do. I have to actually do a stream or broadcast. Although, no, I wouldn't do it because I have a YouTube channel about whiskey. I'd feel like I need to record it just to have it. I got a really weird smell off this at the start, but now I just lost it because I started talking. As I recall, Weller is not exactly overpowering. My mustache getting in the way. I think I'm getting a slight cherry note. I think. Which I don't remember getting on the Weller before. I need to not touch the whiskey. How do I just, there we go. I think milk chocolate. Anything else? Strawberries. Okay, that's weird. Well, that's unexpected. It's not weird. Just, I want to get in the habit of just saying what seems to cross my mind, and that's not easy. You'd think it would be. It isn't, especially for someone who has problems like I do in my head, where you're afraid to say most things. You're afraid to just talk in general, or at least not comfortable. Oh, that's one problem when doing these is all of a sudden my mouth fills with saliva. If I don't drink these soon, it will just pour out of my mouth. It's disgusting. Well, I have a feeling more people would show up if I did that. That'd be a really weird stream. Watch, let's see how many whiskeys he smells before he starts just drooling uncontrollably like an animal. Well, that'd be hilarious. No, hold on. There's things that happen. I didn't see them because I blinked. 37-year-old is 45.5, only $7,900. Well, I know what my next bottle fund is going to be. So let's go. Oh, I forgot to do that. Speaking of, I haven't officially started a bottle fund yet. I actually completely forgot about that. And it also requires me to have a certain bottle in mind. There are a few. I don't know why I'm doing that. But I haven't locked anything in. It's going to be hard to beat the Glendale 13 because that was a really that's one of the few I really felt like I needed to have. Also knowing it was going to disappear into the distance forever, or at least until they make more. Those damn Mizunara barrels. Ooh, there we go. Now we have the advertisement at the bottom. Lovely. And as always, I feel a little guilty doing that because self-advertisement is wrong and making money from what you do is bad. For some reason, I've been brainwashed. That's another thing I found myself doing in videos. The one real terrible thing about editing your own content, you start to notice your quirks real fast. One of them for me is going, when I'm smelling whiskeys. Oftentimes, I just cut them out of the video, but not always. I'm at the point where I just want to drink it. I hope to try some of the other Wellers, not because of their, what's the word? Inflated prices, I guess is the nice way to put it. but simply because I'd like to compare. You know, I've had this Weller, and that's amazing. I never expected to have it. And I know there are other ones. Same with Blanton's. It's not because I want the bottle. I'm just curious. I don't want the bottle. I don't want to spend $80, $60 on something that is, from what I hear, very hyped by the people who produce it, oddly enough. Yeah, I don't know why, but Weller just doesn't. There's nothing crazy amazing about it. I wish there was. Oh, God, Mike Franklin, why? Rare breed rye. Yeah, that's I've heard through the grapevine that is harder and harder to find these days. I know a place I can get it. Of course, it's a Total Wine. It's about an hour away, so there's that. JJ, you have returned in your true form. John McKellen, hello. Yeah, 60 on a good day. I like to say the price that it should be, and then people are well aware of the prices that it is. What's the word? Nope, that's not it. I was about to say MGP. That's not, no, that's a different thing. It is the price that a product should be is called. Nope, it's gone. It's in there, just hiding. Whoa. I got a musty note on Eagle Rare. That's different. I got a fruit note before. God, comparing is such a weird process. I'd always gotten a very MSRP. Thank you, Wesley Zeller. That was a moment. And I don't even remember what that stands for. But I can understand why I thought MGP first. Starts with M. Hi, Mom. Or Mama KillCo. I told you can actually change your name to that, but you haven't yet. All right, all right. I haven't figured out what my dominant nostril is. I'm told that's a thing. I don't know if it really is. I'm not sure how I've forgotten. But I could show you at some point. I don't remember how I changed my own channel's name. Ooh, can't be that hard. I would look now to help, but I can't in the middle of the stream. Well, I'm at the very beginning of the stream, actually. Time to drink the whiskey. Ah, there we go. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. MSRP. That makes so much more sense now. Glasses. It makes you wish that that was a staple. I mean, it's basically a suggestion in the whiskey world. They're like, it should be about this price, but meh. Yes, more sharing required promptly. I agree, JG. I like that better. On to the drinking of the whiskey. This is the ocean. As you can see, it's in the clear thing. I guess I should also show off the stuff that you should show off when doing these things. This is the Jefferson's Ocean, the color of it, at least. They all look the same to me. I mean, it'd be hard for me to hold them all up and compare, but this one seems a little darker. I also might have poured more of it, so there's that. What do you think? Again, this way. It's bourbon colored, and I'm also starting to move them around and get confused. Ugh. Bill Henderson, hello. Whoa, whoa. Plah. Things move just fast, so fast. Again, it's bourbon colored. That's what I like to say. And the reason I like to say that is because it might piss some people off. I don't want to piss anyone off officially, but there are certain things I like to think amuse me and might anger others. I saw something on Twitter, I think, about that, where you can really piss off coffee people by just doing everything wrong when making coffee. Oh, it's great. I smelled it. I don't know if I tasted as much. Oh, Also, this is the first whiskey I've had in 2 days, so I would say try it yourself. But also, I mean, the Jefferson's oceans have voyages, so they all go through a different process just by the trip. So it's really hard to compare them unless you had more than one. And that in itself is a lot of money to invest in whiskey stuff. I think this one was $70-ish, probably almost 80. Again, donated to the channel. I didn't buy it. So that was nice. By that madman Jason Busey. Some of you may know who he is. If you don't, you will. when he arrives, you will know. Yes, welcome to Friday. Anyone showing up, I did talk about my experiences with the second shot in the arm. It wasn't great. Not fun. Wasn't terrible. I told myself the entire time. What did I say exactly in my head? This is probably a lot less uncomfortable and unpleasant than if I had actually gotten sick. So there was that. And plus, it was only one day. So it was pretty much from 2 a.m. till about 2 p.m. that day. So it was, how do I put this? I got the shot in my arm at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. By 2 a.m. Thursday morning, technically, I guess that's how I have to say that. 2 a.m. Thursday morning, when I was going to bed, that's when it started to kick in and get my system really pissed off. So I started to feel like crap and had one of the worst nights of my life, just not being able to sleep and feeling awful, feeling chilly and like hot at the same time. I had aches and pains and such. And by 2 p.m. on Thursday, I was almost able to function. I got out of bed and was able to sit at my desk so I could do that. But any time in between that, no. And today, thankfully, I was feeling well enough to go have breakfast with my parents. That was nice. That was also the first actual meal I'd had since Wednesday. I believe I had some chicken soup because, felt look. That's a thing you do. And I think I had a muffin. That's it. And maybe some caffeine. Caffeine probably doesn't help a lot. But I needed caffeine if I was going to function at all. So Will Henderson, I would say try it at a bar. Now that bars are a place you can go again. But do not buy the bottle if you're not sure you'd like it or if you want to find out if it's actually a gimmick. As I said, I was fortunate to have the bottle donated, and I do find there's a little salt on the smell. Not so much on the taste, at least for me. All depends on who you are. Bourbon Beginnings, welcome. Real life keeps getting in the way of drinking whiskey. I know, it's awful. Yes, John McGillen is... Koala 12. Ooh. 12? What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something. It's 14 years, though. Hold on. Hold, please. Oop. Things moved. Koala. What am I thinking of? I'm not thinking of Koala. I'm thinking of something else. And there's only one or two that come off the top of my head that are 14 years. What are they? Open 14. Yes, thank you, John. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. It's one of my favorites to buy at a restaurant, but totally blanked out as to what it was. And they give me a very nice pour at that place, so I have to go back there again someday and have a drink at the bar because I miss doing that. Still can't officially go anywhere and be okay with it until 2 weeks from now, but Mike Myers, welcome. Yes, I do. For the moment, I can't really be finicky. I wouldn't be. You have to break a lot of rules in my room to actually get booted or be unwelcome. I try to welcome as many people as possible. That's just how I am, I guess. And Hendo, well, it's Hendo, so where am I? I forgot what I was Seriously? The hell? What is this? This is Weller. Oh, I haven't actually had a sip of water. Got to do that. Because rules. Man, this song in my head is starting to drive me nuts. I've had open stories. If you check my Instagram, I think. There's a restaurant right down the road that I like going to. And they don't think very much about giving neat pours. They just, it's around 3 ounces at least. And you can go back. Well, it's in there. I don't know how far back you want to go on Instagram, but I do have pictures of my open pours at that place, and they're glorious. Thanks, Mom. And yes, everyone, like and subscribe. And by the way, I have a Patreon. I don't know why I'm doing this when I say that, but why not? I feel it's like some kind of thing I picked up by accident. Okay, now I can drink this Weller. It's Weller Special Reserve. Little brown sugar. I don't know what it is lately. I've been getting brownies, which is strange. It's not thick and rich like fudge brownies. It just reminds me of brownies somehow. It's a bit weird. I saw that, Will. Can't escape me. I see everything. I think the real problem with what's stuck in my head right now is that I don't even know the name, and it's a really old song. It's really old. I mean, if I mention the name, none of you will know what it is. Let's see. It's called How Am I Doing? Hey, hey. By the Mills Brothers. Mills Brothers? The Mills Brothers. Give it a listen. It's an odd song I've stuck in my head right now. This is so weird. I got one of my favorites here, Eagle Rare. And it doesn't smell like I remember it. Oh, wait. There was a moment of that fruit note. I want to say apples. Apples. It's lovely. I haven't taken a sip yet because I have to. As you may imagine, I'm going to mix all of these together soon. There you go. Dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Dude. God, I need to get this song in my head. I can't even focus because it's stuck in my brain. Eagle Rare. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to start doing back and forth stuff at some point. I'm noticing the burn, though, I got to say. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about 45%, but I realized I should have done the research. I didn't do the research. Plus, I found out there's actually a few whiskeys out there called 45%. And one really amusing thing I found out when trying to, do research, Google, is Bullet kept popping up. Like Bullet Bourbon was being broadcast as the first thing because it's 45%, but also, I don't know. I don't really understand why. It was a little weird quirk of the internet. Something I almost want to deal with at some point. Top. I've seen too many videos about it already. They do it with celebrities and stuff. Google top search things, like top whiskey search things. What is or how is. And I was doing simple ones, like 45% ABV. Whiskey, 45% ABV, I think is what I was typing. and I came up with Bullet bourbon. It's weird. How to whiskey. How whiskey. That'd be perfect. But really, that is what I feel research is these days. You checked it on Google. It's not better out. Oxidized? That's the wrong word. They are becoming part of the air. They all smell wonderful. Oh, hi. That'd be the microphone. Sorry. Ocean, there is a noticeable difference. Keep in mind, the only similarities between all of these is the 45% mark. This wasn't exactly planned to be a serious comparison, as if anything here is super serious. Keep that in mind. But it is interesting. Like the second two are mainly just, it's a bourbon, enjoy. And the first one has this little story behind it. The bourbon has seen more places than I have. That's enough for me to be like, oh, son of a. All right, quickly gonna do this. There's a peculiar note in that one I can't place. I'm used to that. Funny enough, the Weller and the Eagle Rare have more similarities than I expected. And I've never actually put them next to each other, so. But the Oceans. I wish I could figure out what that is. There's a specific smell in here that I cannot place. There's a little bit of salt. Oh, that's so. The image that came to mind is not a great one. Oddly enough. It was being. Okay. This is going to sound bizarre. So it was as if you were near a beach. Not on the beach, but near a beach. And you could tell by the smell that it was like a red tide or something. It's not a strong smell. I mean, I've smelled that smell before where it is not pleasant. But this is like you're far away from it, and you can kind of tell. So it's a little salty, and it has this weird, I guess it's a brine or seaweedish thing. There's really no easy way to explain what red tide smells like. It's not the best smell. But again, this is as if it were far away. So it's not something that was awful. Yeah, sort of, Ma. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. When you drive past that beach, that's overwhelming. Iodine, maybe that's what it is. It's not a bad smell, but it's not something I enjoy, And because I know it's Oceans, I'm putting, default Ocean thing. The joys of advertisement and what's that word? It's not advertisement, so to speak. There's another word for it when they put something in your brain on purpose and then it leads you to thinking things along that line. What is that? Happens a lot with whiskey tastings. Like if you're talking to someone and they say, oh, I'm getting this. And then immediately they're like, oh, yeah, me too. Suddenly you're smelling the same thing. It's not at the beach, though. That's the key part. It's as if you were somewhere near a beach, like a couple miles away. So you could smell it, but it wasn't overpowering. Like in my mind, there's a driving right past the beach thing, and that's close. There is a word for it, but I can't remember what it is. Like Rex and Daniel have said and used that word before, but if I can remember what it is, it's not subliminal. It's not peer pressure. Ugh. It is. Sounds awful. Yeah, that's along the lines, the power of suggestion sort of thing. I still feel like there's an actual word to it, but damned if I know what it is. There was a whole conversation I ran into last night on Twitch, of all places, where they were talking about peer pressure. It was weird. Inception. That's a fun word. At least I have a bunch of you who aren't sure what it is, because I know there's a word for it. I don't know there's a word. I feel like there's a word for it. And I cannot remember what it is. Oh, it's going to bother me. Another thing I could say about the Jeffersons is there's something that's ripe about it. If that makes sense. It feels like it makes sense. And I did have another thought that went through my brain with this. Oh, okay. It just dawned on me. That was fun. I love when that happens. It's like, click. There is... I'm not even sure what the name of it is, but there is a mulching place or a... I don't know what it's called. Hold on. I need to figure this out, or else I'm going to... The easy way to do this is check Google. Google Maps in particular, because then I can find out exactly what this place is. I also am going to have to look up that word, but good luck trying to figure out what is a word that means to suggest something to someone and then have them realize the same thing. Enter. There is a word for it. I feel like there is. I don't know if there is for certain, but all right. Where? Hold on. My brain needs to work for a minute there, and it's not great at that. There is a place down by the sea. Okay. I don't know where that song came from either, so that was fun. I'm not even sure where it is. That's fun. Oh, there it is. Okay. No. No. No, that's not it. Keep guessing. I mean, I'm not trying to make everyone crazy with the guessing, but I don't remember what the word is. Interesting name. I'll just call you two middle. Hello, welcome. Have some whiskey. So the place I'm thinking of is called Site Ready Materials and Synchronicity. I don't feel like that's it. Also, welcome, Andrew. If I didn't say that already, I might have, but I have a real problem with memories things. So, Site Ready Materials. That doesn't tell me much, but I know it is the right place. It says I visited there 5 years ago. That's not true. I might have stopped near it. Oh, yes. Will Henderson. Thank you. Hit the like button or the dislike button. I prefer the like button, but you know, you don't have to like it here. Many people don't. Well, actually, not many people don't, thankfully. Oh, that'd be a shock to my ego there. Ego? That's the wrong word. But I wouldn't be happy, you know, to say the least. Tell me more about this place. This is what I do. I get distracted by the internet whenever I'm doing streams. You're welcome. What the heck is this place? Well, the gist of it is the Site Ready Materials place is they have this giant pile of mulch or decomposition-ish stuff, fertilizer-ish, but, you know, materials, it's materials. And it smells a bit. You get to notice it when you're driving down the highway because it's right there. You see these giant piles of stuff. So it's that kind of stingy astringent-ishness. I'm not exactly sure if that's the right word. But it's definitely in here. It's not overpowering, and it's not what I noticed right away, but I think that's what's making it different from the other two, because I'm not getting that out of here. And that is a broad guess of what I'm smelling. I really need, like, they don't have a web page or anything, at least not. They have a Facebook page. Why is that a thing? Says the guy who doesn't have an actual internet web page. Someday, if I can ever figure that out. All right, the internet hates me right now. It's not a crossover. It's near the highway. It's right off of, well, I guess it's Route 24. So it's as if you were going to Fall River. It's Route 24. It's right off the side. You know where it is, but you probably haven't been that way in quite a while. And I wish it didn't say just site ready materials and have 0 webpage, because that doesn't help me at all. I'll go back. It's science. It's research. Also, we still have that word, which we can't figure out, where someone influences you slightly with their opinion. But we're talking about smells specifically. Like, there's a Facebook page. They don't have an actual web page. What the hell is that? They have a Facebook page. That's so weird. Stupid Facebook. It says they have actual materials, but I know they also have a lot of kind of gross smelling stuff. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Recycling materials offer a key ingredient for lush, green, healthy lawns. Okay, I'm going down a rabbit hole here. I'm going to stop. But yes, it's that. It's kind of a mulch slash, what's it called? What's that thing people have in their backyard? It's like a compost thing. Something like that. There's a weird tinge of that somehow. It is, but there's more. I'll have to make sure it's actually the place I'm thinking of, because it smells every time you go past it. And I feel like they have just a big pile of mulch slash soil slash compost sort of thing. It's weird. But that makes a lot more sense to me than the distant seaweed beach thing. That was me stretching, trying to figure out exactly what it is. That's close approximation. That weird sort of tinge smell, like a kind of sharp, weird. It's a weird smell, I gotta say. But keep in mind, that's just a small thing that's noticeable out of these other two. Like these two, I don't get that. But this ocean one, for whatever reason, I'm getting something like that. Along with kind of that salt thing on the nose. All right, I'm going to stick with that. This is one you can analyze for a while. On to Weller. I feel like I have to clean out my nose now. It's like, I was in that one for so long, and I'm going to another. Christ. Can you hear the birds? I can hear the birds. I don't know if you can. I don't think they're loud enough. Weller seems very faint to me. I don't quite understand why. And it is 45%. So it's not quite that. It's sweet. I mean, they're all kind of sweet. Hold on. Shush. The Jefferson doesn't smell as sweet as the other two. Funny enough. And for those of you who are just joining, we're going over we're comparing some 45% whiskeys. Let me know if there's any 45% whiskeys, 45% ABV / 90 proof whiskeys out there that you enjoy. I found that I have 3, possibly more. I found there are a lot of weird ones out there. There's like 43.2 and 46. There's a lot of random ones between 40 and 50 for whatever reason. And the only thing I really remember about 45%, and I'm still not 100% sure, is the non-chill filtered thing, I think. And by that, I mean, if it's over 45%, you don't have to non-chill filter, or it won't do anything weird. Or is it below? Also, suggestions you might have for bottle fund. If there's a whiskey out there you would like me to review, one, you can donate it yourself. You don't have to do that. Or if it's something you are interested in, same you get, I can always do a bottle fund for it. And that has been amazing, because that is still hard for me to believe that people are like, here's whiskey. Enjoy. Woodinville Rye. I don't think I've had Woodinville Rye. I don't think. Huh. I'm getting a weird chocolate note on Weller. Only very slight. Ow. I cannot get past the burning sensation right now. It's so slight. You know, it shouldn't be that bad, but it is. Oh. Oh. The Weller has a little drying thing at the end there. I didn't notice that before. It made me want to reach for my water instantly. I feel like I haven't talked in days. I mean, I talked to my folks this morning, but I have a feeling I wasn't saying much of anything since Wednesday. So it was probably an entire day where I didn't talk much at all to anyone. My voice feels a bit tired just from doing this. That's okay. But I could just start talking like this the whole time. I'm sure that would get more people in here, and it kind of matches up with the mustache. This would be real weird if I talked like this all the time. Howdy. I'm from Rhode Island. How y'all doing? Oh, I shouldn't do that. Slipping into random accents is dangerous. You could offend someone. Gasp. I think it would take a lot for me to offend people. I hope I never do. I'm sure I will someday. It's just the way the internet is. Although, surprisingly, considering how many whiskey reviews I've done, no one's actually gotten really pissy about it, thankfully. And I'm kind of pushing my boundaries, I feel, with saying things are bourbon colored. I do like that chart that I use for the videos. That does help. It gives me some words for the color. But as far as the huge differences between bourbons, well, in my brain, I do have a specific kind of color for bourbon. It's usually an amber hue. There is a specific one I like. It's a dark amber. Mahogany is a word I've heard. For Irish, it's a yellowish tinted thing. Scotch varies. When I think about Scotch, I get a little confused with the colors because there's a range. Like you can have a peated Scotch that looks as clear as water, but as soon as you take a smell or sip of it, just poof. And then you have the really old stuff, which shows the color, and it's never really bourbon color. I mean, it kind of is. A few of them probably are. That's bourbon. Hello, bourbon. Welcome. A big mustache detected, indeed. The schlammering. Oh God, I've heard things about the schlammering. I hear it was far away and things happened. That's all I know so far. Because I'm a bad person who doesn't watch. I did watch some of it live, but I get distracted easily, as you know. If you're going to Connecticut, you should stop at, why is this my brain? Irene Tan? Stop at her store, because I could definitely meet you there. I've gone there plenty of times. Well, I have gone there in the past. I have not gone there recently. I've heard she's upgraded, and, well, again, I'd have to wait a couple weeks before I actually go there. I'm still paranoid about going anywhere. I did? I mean, I do. Yeah, I do. That sounds awesome. You let me know. And I can send you the information if you can't get that far into Connecticut. I know she is in, well, it's called Canterbury Liquors. So if you look up Canterbury, Connecticut, and you can't go that far, I can definitely send you the info for the address to the place where I live and the whiskey. It's just kind of like a castle. I have to add that on. You can't get in here easily. That's one little thing that I like, because I'm so popular. People are just trying to get in here. It's awful, I swear. It's not happening. That is my anxiety talking, that people are going to try and hunt me down. It's fun. Well, you do travel a lot, so that will happen. Hopefully you get well soon. I'm well acquainted with what feeling sick is like, and I don't want anyone to feel like that ever, because it's terrible. Complete loss of control of everything. Just the whole body is like, I'm going to freak out now. You're going to get a fever because I'm trying to fight something, and you're also going to get cold at the same time. And I'm going to make sure everything in your body, muscle-wise and joint-wise, hurts a little bit, just so you'll feel better later. Thank you. Oh, do it. Yeah, I can show you a little bit of Rhode Island, or at least Newport. I don't really know much about Providence other than I've been there before. But I know plenty about the Aquidneck Island. It's a nice little secret place in Rhode Island. It's literally one of the islands of Rhode Island. Rhode Island has many. You could visit Block Island if you're here. That's a wonderful place. It's nice to just get away from everything. What else? There's some nice vineyards. There's Newport Vineyards. That's a nice little stop. If you want to try wine, if you're into wine, it's always nice. And I can show you a few whiskey bars to stop by, or tell you about a few whiskey bars to stop by. I wish I could be a tour guide, but I'm not. I'm not a real tour guide. What's the word? Travel agent? I'm not. I wouldn't want to do that either. There you go. Oh, I guess I should announce this since all of you are here. Also, like and subscribe. Also, I have a Patreon. I really need to stop doing that. But July 7th, I level up. I age another year. Another year. So if any of you have weird plans about that, which I think some of you do, I know Richie Z's mentioned, he's threatened me with bottles on that day. I don't know if that's true. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do. There's a strip club in Providence. I'm definitely not going to do that. I might go there, but I think you need to have like 10 people for an event. And it's a nice little place. The ladies there are very nice. So... yeah, toes into a new decade. Thanks, Mom. Whoa, everything jumped. Yeah, navigator of the Rhode Island. Still people that don't even know where it is, which is something that's funny to me. Now I'm thinking about Rhode Island and Aquidneck Island. There's not a lot to do in Aquidneck Island, to be honest, but Newport has a lot of history. And Providence has a decent whiskey bar, and Newport has a decent whiskey bar. And the food is really good at both places. Well, it's good at both places. I won't say really good. I've never really been to a high-quality dining experience that I'm aware of. Let me think. God. No, not really. I've never gone to a Michelin star or 4 Michelin star kind of place that I can think of. I like that mindset, JJ. Yes, I'll be 21 again. And keep in mind, I turned 40 last year, so that really killed the big plans that you're supposed to have for that little decade thing. That's the only reason I feel I should do something, well, not necessarily outrageous, but a lot more celebratory than I do. I'm pretty low key. I'm not a fan of my birthday. Nothing against my birthday, but because of my mental illness stuff, there's a lot of things that get added on to that day. All the things you haven't done, all the things you should have done, all the success you haven't had. Now, I have some combat stuff this year because last year I was miserable because loss of pet, global pandemic. That tends to put a damper on things. But ever since then, this channel has grown in ways I didn't think possible. There are actually people supporting me on Patreon, which I still is amazing, and yet my brain's just like, I don't understand how this is happening. It's like successful things, you know, little steps that I can use, and ammunition I can use against my negative thoughts and negative comments that kind of go through my brain all the time. So a little more ammunition for the birthday this year than before. One of the very common ones is, you haven't been in a relationship in years and years and years. I'm like, yeah, I know. Shut up. Just haven't met the right person, I swear. Well, you'll meet the right person if you go out more, Brian. Shut up. I know. God. There you go. 42 is 21 divided by 2. Oh my God, Meg Franklin. How dare you? I mean, 50. That must be fun. I hope. I mean, that would be great, but I start to analyze things. I'm going, well, what's a really fancy restaurant around here? Do I have something I could wear to that place? I don't know what I would order. I would feel very uncomfortable because, well, I just would. Those dining establishments are pretty much geared to make you feel inferior in every single way. I've been to some nice places that have 3-course meals and such. That's the other thing. They give you a lot of food in a weird way, and they bring you very small portions, and then they say they're giving you 8 courses. Little tiny things. Oh, you know what it is? I remember now. I remember, which happens occasionally. There is a YouTube channel, which you can check out because you're on YouTube and other places, possibly. But what the hell was it called, Brian? Hold, please. Worth It. I really liked watching their stuff because they honestly would go to a lot of places in California at first. Didn't help me out much. But they also did places like New York after a little bit. So fancy places, you know, because they would go from the cheap stuff. I guess affordable is probably the better option than saying cheap. Affordable, medium priced, and then stupidly expensive, ridiculous stuff. So it gave me ideas of places I could visit eventually, should I find myself in those areas. I've never been to California, so don't think that'll happen anytime soon. I'd love to go to Washington. California feels like a crazy place to me. Just the fact that they have earthquakes there, I don't need that kind of anxiety in my brain. I have plenty of it as it is. But Washington and Oregon? Is that the other one that's over there? I'm really bad at maps. Sure. But, you know, big wooded places, mountains, hills, and all that. That'd be great. I'm so used to being near the ocean. Also, Mike, congratulations. You have lived for 50 years. That is more than many can say. Unfortunately. Oh, God. Sock puppet. That was classic. That's true, Mom. That's true. That was Vegas. You got to do some big stuff in Vegas. There's a place I've mentioned. I think I've mentioned this place on my channel before. Nobu in Vegas. Oh, my God. And my mother can say it's classy because she knows what the bill was. I don't want to know what the bill was. But we had some wonderful fish, some delicious sushi, some wonderful sake. Oh, if I had only known about Japanese whiskey then, I could probably look at their menu from a distance, as it were, and find out what kind of Japanese whiskeys they have. But I was really pleased with the sake they had. It was imported from Japan. You can only get it at that restaurant because the guy who owns the place gets it himself from his own line of sake, I think. So it's only at his restaurants. There you go. That might work. Woo. Whiskey Fancy's high, if I didn't say that. It's really hard to keep up with chat, oddly enough. Yellowfin tuna. Yes, that's what it was. It was delish. Why? I mean, go there and go see all the distilleries and stop at Crowded Barrel. But I cannot go south in summer. No. I turn into a lobster, and I also don't deal well with heat. So there's that. Even today, it was a little muggy for my liking, but it was like almost 70. 70 is kind of where I like it to be. Anything more than that, my body starts to freak out. No likey. Song's still stuck in my head, by the way. Right? Bourbon, yes. I was mentioning that at the beginning of the stream. I got my second jab in the arm on Wednesday at 2 p.m. It officially kicked in on Thursday morning, officially at 2 a.m. And then I was non-functional, till about 2 p.m. on Thursday. And that was barely. I could get out of bed. And the time in between there was really awful. Again, as I said earlier, it was the worst night in quite a while as far as trying to sleep and feeling goes. I was both really hot and yet really chilled at the same time. Muscle aches and all that. It was not great. I tried to sleep the entire day to just get through it. Time also slowed down. That was an interesting thing to observe. I remember looking at my clock, my watch. It was probably my watch at 10 a.m. and thinking, oh gosh, it's like maybe, if I can only sleep for a little while longer, I should be okay. And I closed my eyes and it felt kind of like 2 hours had gone by just by how I was feeling. And then I looked at my watch again to see how much time had passed by. It was 10:36. Been 36 minutes I checked. Oh, it was awful. Yes. And your body's like, by the way, I'm going to make you feel like shit, but it's for a good thing. It's so you don't feel like awful shit later. Even worse. And that is what I was telling myself, Bourbon, is that I feel awful. I felt awful then, but it was just to make sure I did not feel even worse later. I'm a recluse by nature, so I'm usually cautious about getting sick and being around people and just all of that fun stuff that comes with my usual problems. But as soon as I heard global pandemic, it was just shut down mode, never go anywhere. Wear gloves a lot, don't touch things. One thing I know I do that most people don't realize is I'm very conscious of door handles and doorknobs specifically. Doorknobs I really don't like because you have to touch them and turn them, and there's no way to like get around that. You can get around doorknob. But with the ones that you pull, I actively try to touch the part that people don't actually touch all the time, because most people go for the upper part of the door to pull it, and I always go for the bottom part, pull like that. The only problem with that is I think children might be able to grab that and do that, but yeah, no good. I swear this is a whiskey channel. Oh my gosh. I knew this was Eagle Rare just from smelling it. That was nice. It smells so good. Yep, that's how it works, man. You go out and be around people, and my biggest thing is, well, it was long before any of this, but airplanes. Whose idea was it to just shove a bunch of people in a hot dog, send them into the sky, and just circulate the air so everyone's breathing in the same thing that everyone else is breathing? Seems like a bad idea to me. I know from now on, every time I travel on a plane, I'm going to wear a damn mask. I don't care if I'm sick or not. I'm just going to wear it so I don't have to breathe in half the shit flying through the air. Oh. One of those things is like, why didn't I do this before? I've never really gotten sick flying in a plane, but I know it's just, you're asking for it almost. Yeah. That's the main thing about vaccines. And I was really worried I would have a, bad reaction to it or side effects, whatever you want to call it. And I did. That's great. DC, hello. Welcome. John T, did I say hi to you? I hope I did. I'm really bad at remembering things. People pop in and out too. That makes it more difficult. I wish I could grab the bottom part of a knob or the knob, but it doesn't work that way, man. That's the thing about doorknobs. I have to actually turn it, and the only way you can do that is by grabbing the whole thing and turning it. So I don't like grabbing the whole knob. Other people like grabbing the whole knob. They don't think about it, really. We're talking about doorknobs, by the way. Get your mind out of the gutter. Tony Two Toes. Hello. Whoa, geez. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the show. No comment. Here are some options. Ha! Spicy. little spicy, a little dry. I like Eagle Rare, by the way. That's what that was. Here are some options that have popped up in my line of sight recently for the possible bottle donation thing. Donation fund, fund donation, bottle fund, bottle fund. There we go. The word donation bothers me. So something called Hunt and Gather. There's a 15-year-old, lots 1 and 2. I've heard about it. I think that was through, well, I know it was through Mash and Drum mentioned that. And there's another one that he talked about that he mentioned. It was called Wilderness something. Wilderness. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Wilderness Trail. He recommended the rye. The 15-year Hunt and Gather is $80. And the Wilderness Trail Rye, which I have a feeling is less. Ouch. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Wilderness Trail Rye is $56, $55.99, so $56. So we'll see. I'm not sure why the Hunt and Gather is so expensive. I'm assuming it's the 15-year thing. But I don't know anything about it. It's been talked about a little. It's been recommended by some. Came out of nowhere for me. Woot woot. We are partying hard. Party down, folks. Here we go. Get funky. Here we are. Oh, yes, we're having fun now. Yeah, that's the thing. I've heard good things about it, so I'm curious. Of course, now, because of the internet and because of WhiskeyTube, every time I think of rye or rye crosses my mind, Adriana pops into my head because she hates this stuff. In general, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 she's actually found that she likes by now, but that's going to be a thing now, and that's why I'm terrified about saying things I don't like. Because suddenly people are very interested in giving it to you. Like, oh, you don't like this kind of whiskey? Try this, and this. Edward Fulmer. Ahoy. Schwelcome. Yeah. See, it's a thing. Uh-oh. Ben Rude official. I'm a favorite Twitcher. But yeah, it's welcome. Thank you for being on the Twitch. Still getting used to being there. It's a little weird. That's cool. As you may see on Twitch, I have done videos for just streaming before, like streaming games. I haven't done that in a while. Might get back on that eventually. But I do know, for me anyway, streaming in general can be kind of a drain. Well, bourbon, remember, I do have a price point for a bottle chug, but it's $1,000, so it's never going to happen. Good evening. Whoa, everything jumped again. Stellum Rye. Stellum Rye an option? I don't think so. I'm looking at that one liquor store I go to, but I do have another one that actually has a huge selection as well. Oh, hello. Stellum Bourbon Whiskey? Bourbon Whiskey or the Stellum Rye Cask Strength? Because it looks like those are options I can get. Surprise, surprise. Oh, God, there's trouble. The Bourbon Ranch. He doesn't have a song, but suddenly he does. Whoops. I was wondering about that. It was kind of delayed. I'm like, why is it being delayed? That's weird. It's funny. It went through eventually, so that's good. It's Trev o'clock. What's Trev's thing? Hold on. Segit. There we go. I remember now. Welcome, Trev. Welcome. Oh, I also have to say something, and it's a secret. Don't tell anyone. There might be a mystery guest on Sunday. And I say might because there's always a chance they could bail. I don't think they will, but in my head, they will, definitely, especially after I said it out loud. We'll see. Excellent. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, more donations for every decent whiskey I try on your advice. Good. Try all of them. No, don't do that. Be sensible with your money for bottles, because I didn't do that at first. A little bit of a mistake, but hey, I started a channel. Mullets backwards. That's true. It is mullets backward, isn't it? I remember him saying that. I don't know anything about stellium, though, other than it's mullets backwards, and that's all I'm going to see from now on. Oh, please work. Nope. Oh, gosh. I am never going to understand this search engine for this website because I can type in the word stellium, but then it'll show me the 2 bottles I have that I could get. There's the bourbon whiskey, and it says cloned for some reason, and then the rye cask strength, which is the one that caught my attention because cask strength. Granted, we're talking about 45 ABV sort of percent ABV, 90 proof, 45% ABV. Whiskey cloned? What the hell? That's a bit weird of a name. Out of stock, boo. Whatever. Ooh, nappage. I took a nap today, not gonna lie. Barrel craft spirits. I still have yet to try barrel, come to think of it. Actually, it has 2, barrel. Okay. I read that properly. Well, Richie Z, hello. God damn it. Everything jumped. Richie Z, hi. Welcome. Good to see you as always. Oh, God, chat is moving way too fast now. Oh, Eastern time. So, and there's nothing creepy about that. I always try to tell people the time. It is 6 p.m. Eastern time, which is the eastern part of the United States. I went live just over an hour ago. That's the usual. I'm not exactly sure what time that is for you, but it's probably pretty late, honestly. I'm really bad at figuring out time zones. I'm also not 100% sure where the Netherlands is. Well, that's not surprising. I'm not a man of the world just yet. Someday I will travel the globe and drink all the whiskeys. Someday, I tell myself. And then I wake up, but, I don't know if you can see that. That'd be funny. He's on YouTube, you're on Twitch. But now we can see it. He says hello. If you haven't subscribed to Trev's channel, he's known as the Bourbon Wrench on the YouTube. If you ever want to go there. And I think he does stream with a friend of his on Twitch. Trev, let me know about that. You mentioned that, but I can't remember the details because I can't remember a lot of things. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was late. I got a song stuck in my head. God damn it. This is annoying. Oh my gosh. That's true. When I was just a lad. Believe that. When I was just a lad, we went cross country. So I did see a lot of states. I don't remember them all, but I know we went and saw a lot of them. Yeah. SD flying high. Hello. I see you. Watch it. Oh gosh, that was painful. Painful. See about this other one. I'm curious about stellium now. That's in the $50 range. For a reminder to all of you here, my range as whiskey goes is $40 or under, and $40 is pushing it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and if you want to donate, down below here. PayPal, Venmo, and I have a Patreon. If you want to support me on a monthly basis so I can make more of these videos, get more whiskeys. Not necessarily get more whiskeys, but Patreon is mostly, one, funding my regular day-to-day stuff, like paying for gasoline and rent. My rent did go up recently, so the Patreon thing has helped tremendously. But also to improve the channel. As some of you are aware, there was a SteamYard duck up here for quite a while. I removed the duck thanks to having Patreon. Uh-oh. Welcome. The sales are faring well. I actually have Jefferson's Ocean in the glass right now, which is a whiskey that traveled the seas. Actually, it did. They put it on a boat and it traveled all over the place. Look it up. I'm not lying. I promise. It actually did that. It's weird. You don't owe me anything, man. But I appreciate it. If you want to donate them, do it. Do it. Yeah. Let me know. let me know. There's no rush. Worry about feeling better first. Yes, I won't lie. My mom actually helps him with gasoline and other things. That is one of the terrifying reasons why I realized I have to actually start making some kind of income somehow. And this seems like a good idea. I get to drink whiskey with friends and talk about it and mull it over a bit. We're past the hour mark, so what I'm going to do, it has been interesting to try these. And again, the Jefferson's Ocean stood out with the way it smells and tastes, kind of. But funny enough, the Eagle Rare and the Weller, slightly similar. The Weller, again, was kind of it didn't do a lot for me. And the Eagle Rare is just a favorite of mine. I love the smell of it, taste of it. It's delicious. But I'm going to mix these together now because blasphemy and such. I don't know what the Jefferson's is going to do, actually. That's going to be a little... I'm mildly concerned of mixing these all together because I'm mixing a favorite with a Weller, which I know people talk about, even though it's a special reserve. I think that's the least expensive one. And a Jefferson's Oceans. All right, here we go. Just do it. Can that be heard on the microphone? I hope so. I'll do the other one nearer, closer, words. And now we add my favorite, which I'd rather just drink, but I have no idea how loud that sounds. Hopefully it sounded entertaining enough. Oh, the song's still stuck in my head. It always goes to whiskey in some way, shape, or form. In my head, it's you're donating to me making the channel a better place, and also so I can buy more whiskey. And it really, the main thing is it helps my mental health and generally helps me exist a little easier. Someday I plan to live without worrying about bills and debt, especially. That's the other thing. But not anytime soon, I feel. I still have a few $1,000s of debt to get rid of someday. No? Yeah, hopefully it will open up a little better. As I stop and read. Russell's Reserve. I've heard good things. I've had a few samples. I still have a few samples, I think. Maybe. Oh my gosh, people on Twitch are showing up. It's freaking me out. They were, but keep in mind, I have great difficulty about being around people, especially working retail. I've done it. It didn't help me any. It was not good for my mental well-being. Granted, in the case of a liquor store, at least I'd be a little better off with some things I'm aware of. But the names on Twitch. MD99 Franklin, welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Richie Z. Less than 20,000. But here's the kicker for that. I didn't go to college. I couldn't afford it, and I wasn't about to go into debt. Yay for the undereducated. I think, well, I know the debt I do have was due to my mental health issues, where it became, well, I'm going to be dead someday, so who cares? So I just spent on debit cards constantly. Not a good idea, because I'm still alive. I still have to pay off the debt. I don't know. Who is it? Whoa, gosh. I don't know. Who is it? Some guy on the internet is a little weird. I am? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm wondering why Twitch is exploding suddenly, but it's freaking me out. It would be nice. I mean, I hope so. Whiskey is the water of life. That's why I keep giving some to my dad. My mom doesn't drink alcohol, so Mom, you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and just keep eating well and exercising. It's a thing. Oh, good. Oh, well, not good, but the Jefferson's isn't taking over this glass, thankfully. How many people are on YouTube? I'm going to say 18 at the moment, but it's fluctuating. And I did realize I can't actually tell how many people are on Twitch. There are rules and regulations for Twitch as well, but I've never gotten there. I believe I do have the amount of subscribers, funny enough. I think you need a certain amount of you have to do a certain amount of hours per month. You have to have a certain amount of people watching regularly. It's a little weird. It has. On my end, it hasn't. Mom, what did you do? But from my end, I still see everything here and then go to here. It's fine. 3 on Twitch. That's more than usual, and they demand 3, so that's good. 3 it shall be, and no more. That sounds like a bad idea. A full glass as well. That seems like a terrible idea as well. Put some straws in there and just, oh God. No. Cindy is my mom. I hope she's not. Something might have gone wrong on her end. Hopefully everything still looks okay here. Looks okay from my end. But it could change. Mom's happy about the thumbs. Like and subscribe and Patreon and such. Oh, did you scroll down by accident, Mom? That's a thing. I've done that. Well, we'll see. YouTube's been around longer. I'll give it that. In my early days, in my younger years, I did think about doing YouTube stuff, but I was too self-conscious, I guess. And I hit 40. Well, actually, I had 38, 37. And I stopped caring. That was nice. What's the most I've gotten so far? Not sure. There's someone who's a patron who donates 50 so far every month. Don't know how that's going to stick around. But there was a crazy person who was in here, and they know who they are, who donated, what, 75? I think it was something like that. Or was it more than that? Good God. That feels pretty awful. Someone donated a lot. How much? I don't remember. God. Look what you've done. Tony, you're a madman. I'm going to have to look now. God, I feel so dumb for that. That's a weird feeling. And someone donated a lot, and it's like, how much? I'm not sure, actually. That's a good question. There is the hope down the line that once I finally get a financially stable life, I will start to be able to donate to charities and stuff. That would make me feel pretty good, actually. There was the thought that if I do a charity stream, it's going to be 50-50, but I feel weird about doing a charity stream and then being like, I'm going to get half of it. So maybe 75-25. I don't know. I know I do need the funds, but I do want to donate to charity. So the only way I can think about doing it in a way that feels okay is where at least I get some and then they get some. And we're split down the middle. But that could change. I don't know. I don't need the money to an extreme, and charities feel like they need it more than I do. You let me know what you think in the comments or in chat now. I mean, it's just a thought for the moment. Oh, good God. I'm looking at my phone. I'm sorry. But I need to figure out who did the thing or how much it was. Oh, God, it was a lot more than that. Yeah, the most I've gotten so far is 120. Not going to lie. And I'm still not sure what to do with that money because they're like, buy a bottle. It's like, what? I don't. Oh, gosh, everything's moving too fast. Oh, no. I mean, good, but oh, no. You're going to have to deal with me forever. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. Some people could see it that way. In my brain, it's a whole different story. Like, what are you doing with your life? Get out there and have a job and suffer. Get paid by someone else. You know, deter it? Make your mental health worse. That'll do. Me having a normal job, a day job, yeah, that's exactly what it'll do. And I know that because I tried it for a few years. It did not work out well for me. Oh, gosh. There you go. The views. I'm going to have to look into Twitch. If people are actually coming in here and watching on Twitch, I should at least be aware of what to do on there for monetization or bits or whatever they do there. And maybe even do some more gaming on there. Maybe. I kind of like just playing games in solitude, but I have played on Twitch before. Well, I mean, it is moving fast. I like that. I'm okay with it. I mean, as long as it doesn't go absolutely crazy and I can't keep up with both, because thankfully for me, there's Twitch chat and there's YouTube chat, and they're kind of combined. So if it starts going like crazy, I'll say, stop it. But otherwise, it's fine. Ah, Alex. Oh, hello. Welcome. I would say your whole name, but I would run out of breath. So hello. Am I? I'm getting there. I'm closing in on it. Right now I've been playing Division 2 a lot. For whatever reason. I play Overwatch occasionally, but that game frustrates me, especially the PvP stuff. I let myself get too involved and stressed out about it, so I don't play it as much. I play it semi-regular, especially when they have events. I like the events and the skins. Blizzard had a hold on me for a very long time with World of Warcraft, so tentatively playing their games these days because they like money a lot. And also that's why I had to stop playing World of Warcraft, because money. They're still having you pay for it every month. It's great. Goes both ways. Welcome YouTube people. Welcome Twitch people. I haven't seen anyone from Facebook on yet, and I'm okay with that. Do it. Yeah, if you're on Twitch and you do use YouTube, you can find my channel there. Subscribe would be much appreciated. We're trying to hit the 1,000 mark because that's what the YouTube overlords demand, and they also demand your thumbs. It's them, it's not me, I promise. I did play Warcraft 3 when it originally came out, and I actually tried to play their re-release thing. It was not great. It really wasn't. I wish it was, but it wasn't. I returned it. That's how bad it was. I went, I paid a good amount for this and was expecting a lot more. I can go into detail about all the games I've played over the years. I played Blizzard content since they started. That shows my age a bit. I try. I'm not quite sure how I'm entertaining, but I'm trying to be sort of. Part of it, I think, is just my mental things being mildly entertaining. To some people are concerned. Like, this man has lost his mind. Yes, well. Well, I want to say yes, but I know the World of Warcraft has been doing that for a long time. And the reasoning in my head is they have been doing it a long time for the same game. So that's probably part of it. That it's just like people are sick of, playing it for so long, paying the same amount. And it seems like very little has changed. A lot has changed, honestly. The graphics and stuff has changed a little. But you're paying a lot of money for it, and they keep asking for more. And the game isn't really getting better. It's just more content and more grinding and more stress. Granted, I haven't played the latest expansion, and it looked amazing, but no, I don't have the money to do it, so I'm not going to. Aha! I am triple streaming. Yes, man. It is a little crazy. It's fucking shite, mate. Yeah, it was. That's why I returned it. That was the first time I'd ever done that with any Blizzard stuff. I played Diablo 2 for a long time. I might get back into that again at some point. That's one of the things about people with mental health problems is, especially mine, is they kind of go in and out of interests. I feel like I'm fading from Division 2 right now, but I know they're doing a recache of content, but I didn't play most of that content, so I'm fine with it. I get to play it for the first time. Yay. Right? What other content can do that? Only Blizzard. I feel like once they got hit with Activision, that didn't help anything. Activision kind of went, and then they're like, make us more money. how it works, unfortunately. The original Blizzard content and storytelling was great. But after they got absorbed by Activision, it was kind of like, well, I am looking forward to it tentatively. I do find a little bit of hilarity with what was that thing that happened at BlizzCon where they released they were talking about Diablo something for your phone and people freaked out. They're like, we want Diablo 3, you sons of bitches. I know the Diablo 3 trailer was amazing. Freaking scary too. Yes, they decided to stop doing much more for it. So Hearthstone's another thing that just kind of went bleh. I kind of liked Hearthstone, fortunately. Not too much, but enough to play it for a little bit on and off. Good night. Enjoy your sleepy. Thank you for stopping by again. Hope to see you next time. Always a pleasure to have people from all over the globe visiting the stream. It's amazing. Scott Moody, hello. Welcome. I don't remember if I sipped this already. This is the combination of all those 3 whiskeys. I got on a rant there, sort of. But I'm okay with that. No, those were not Friends. It's not bad, but it's a little bit flat. And the oak stuff got a little more weird. There's more oak tannins and such. Not a great combo, I will say. Schwelcome? Schwelcome to the show? I don't know, man. I just started saying it. There's no logic at all. I think it's because everyone says welcome. And because of me being the way I am, I just have to say it in a weird way to make it feel less weird. That makes sense? I don't know. I don't think it makes sense. Schwelcome. There was probably a reason I started doing it, but I don't remember what it is. Because that's my brain. It does that. There has to be a reason. That's going to bug me. God damn it. I should mention to all you Twitch people, not to try to take you away from the platform, but if you like learning and, well, if you like hanging out and talking whiskey, I have to recommend a few channels on the YouTubes. Whiskey Vault and Whiskey Tribe, specifically. Those are 2 of my favorites that initially got me into whiskey, so I have to say them. And if you want to watch more streams, there is the Bourbon Wrench going on live at 8 p.m., so right after my stream ends in about 20 minutes. And ADHD Whiskey, he will be going live at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So after the Bourbon Wrench finishes his stream, if you want to watch that. They do different kind of stuff. Yes, the Bourbon Wrench, because on YouTube, for the longest time, and for many other Whiskey Tube channels, he has been a blue wrench, so like moderator. A blue wrench just means you're a moderator on YouTube. And he was the Bourbon Wrench for a while because he was on a lot of YouTube channels, helping out and keeping people in line. I mean, keeping it a nice family-friendly place. Family-friendly. My liver is ready. Please drink responsibly. It is going to be a long night. I'm probably not going to participate in all of it, to be perfectly honest. I am still recuperating a little bit. I've already had 3, well, I think I combined about 3 1 ounce-ish, 0.75 ounces. I don't know what to call that. But I've mixed together a little glass here, and it's about the size of a regular pour. Doesn't taste great. I might add other whiskeys to it, because that might make it better. Not 45%. Probably higher proof. We'll see. Whiskey Bisky? No, I have not. Is that a Twitch thing? You do. Oddly enough, that was a gift. And that's actually the Enterprise from one of the original movies. I don't remember exactly which one. But we're talking like Kirk and Spock and all that. And it's the fancy version. So it's one from the movies. I prefer officially I don't prefer it, but I grew up watching The Next Generation. And I also like Deep Space Nine a lot. Those are two of my favorites. I like to rewatch those a lot. Ah, Whiskey Bisky. That's funny. I'm still wondering if you can hear the birds. They're pretty loud now. McKenna bottled it on. Oh, so good. Chat is moving. I like it. Also terrifying. Maybe. I don't remember. Whiskey with a biscuit in it. Well, apparently that's the thing now. It's good to know. I don't know if I've ever put a biscuit in whiskey. It's crazy. Scotch Down Under. He was going for a while. I remember seeing him like this morning and around lunchtime for me, which is ridiculously late for him. I could not do that. The emotes on Twitch are so weird. Or was like people's faces. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I can read the slang. Oh yeah, Twitch will give you stuff, but I believe you have to get past their monetization rules first. I don't know for certain. Actually, YouTube is doing that now. They have a whole different thing. First, you have to be monetized. And if you're wondering, for the Twitch viewers, to get monetized on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 followers, subscribers, and 4,000 watch hours. So to all of you here who want to help out at some point, if you can put my videos on and just put them on a loop, turn off the sound if you don't have to listen to it, but just keep them playing, man. Mess with the YouTube overlords. Get those 4,000 hours. I'm halfway there actually. So somehow I've gotten 2,000 hours of watch time. So mostly it's just getting that in the next 2,000 hours and blah, blah. Oh yeah, the 1,000 subscribers. Working on it. Almost to 400. Almost halfway there. Crawling up the mountain, as it were. We're getting there, to say the least. We're already much farther in this than I thought we ever would be. So there's that. Sazerac Rye. Maybe that's what I should do. Add some Sazerac to the list here. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, don't repeat. What you got to do is I have a playlist. And you can watch that whole playlist. And, well, you're watching a lot of videos. And you just have to watch them over again. So, yes, don't put it like... That's one thing you can do. I have a playlist of videos. Watch the playlist, or not watch the playlist. Play the playlist once. Wait a day or two. Do it again, maybe. I don't know. There's got to be a way around it. I know ADHD Whiskey actually did that early on in his younger days of being a YouTuber, before he became world's top whiskey taster. I remember he had to ask people to help him get those watch hours because it's brutal. It really is. Yeah. And believe it or not, YouTube pays attention, but they really don't pay that much attention. They have, I can easily say they probably have 1 billion, at least, YouTube accounts out there. Many people who are doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to get monetization and stuff. They can't watch all of them. By the way, before I forget, I will possibly have a mystery guest this Sunday. And I will be streaming the same time, so 6 p.m. Eastern time, if you want to show up and find out who that is. That's why it's a mystery guest, because I know who it is and you don't. It'll be glorious. Glorious. It'll be nice. Richie Z, I did mention my birthday in July 7th. I don't remember what you were going to do about that, but I feel like you were going to do something or say something, or I don't remember. For some reason, I have that memory of you saying something. I could be wrong. Could have been someone else. I have no idea. We're moving there. We're trying to get to that goal. As I mentioned earlier, this is all, I hate saying it, but it's true. It's the part of the reason for doing this, other than it's a great community and whiskey is involved and it's a lovely place to be, is it is to hopefully get some kind of income eventually and then pay off that crippling debt. And of course, because of my mental health issues, which I haven't talked about much today, but sorry, Twitch viewers, I have mental health problems. Yay. And I talk about them regularly. Yay. Ugh. But I can't have a normal job. My brain and everything else about me just doesn't function well out there in the world. So working from home is a great idea, and drinking whiskey is a great idea. Combining the two is a great idea. Yay. Who knew that staying home and being by yourself and drinking copious amounts of whiskey while being online would be a good thing, and possibly a way to make income? Surprise. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Oh, boy. I still hear the birds. I don't know if you hear the birds. It's glorious. They make me feel better, except when they're chirping at 4:30 in the morning. Then it's a little annoying. Otherwise, it's fine. No, the mix still isn't good. It's hard to say. Here's a question. While we still have about 10 minutes left-ish, what do you think I should add to this to make it better? And it doesn't have to be 45%, and I probably don't have it, for that matter. But something about this has to taste better. It's very dry and tanniny right now, and it's kind of flat. And this was from mixing the 3 whiskeys I poured earlier together. So it was the Jefferson's Ocean, Eagle Rare, and Weller. I mixed those 3 together. It did not improve. Nice, Richie. I had a feeling it was something like that. I couldn't remember. Maybe. I don't know if ice would improve, actually. It would just flatten it out even more. I don't think water is going to help. I'll try it. I'll try adding water at least. Ice requires me to get up and do something. And you don't want to move away from the screen when you're trying to entertain people with your random arm gestures and whiskey talk. Supposedly. That's what I hear. So let me see. Oh, God. I moved everything around, by the way, to confuse myself. There we go. The Crowded Barrel Whiskey Dropper. It's a dropper with a sticker on it. Adding water. 3 drops tends to be my norm. I don't think this is going to help, but I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3. Mike Franklin, you are reading my mind. Ow. Fine, be that way. That's right. This is a weird little setup there. I should put a blanket over that or something. There's holes and such that things could fall through. But maybe. I'm considering it now. I've added water. I don't know if it's going to help because the low proof. We'll see. It smells a little better now. A little more of the fruit notes came out. I'm going to rinse my mouth out with water and then try a drink. I make those noises. It didn't make it any worse, and it kind of tamed out the bitter tanniny thing. So it's not as dry now. It's still not great, but it's better. So thank you. Adding the water helped a little. I'm going to add some rare breed at rare breed after the stream ends. Words. Whiskey Nose. Hello. Welcome. You're showing up at the end of the stream, and that's fine. Again, people have real lives and stuff to do and distracting things. I mean, how can you not just want to sit here and drink whiskey all day? I mean, really? I have sampled Wild Turkey Rye. That's about it. Yeah, rare breed is located, for me, the closest one I could find easily is at Total Wine. It's about an hour's drive. It's not too bad. I feel like there's probably a restaurant or two I could stop along the way. I have to incentivize myself. It's really bad because it makes me spend more money. But to deal with my mental health problems, going out and going somewhere, for example, being in a public place I'm not familiar with, being at a store I'm not 100% comfortable with, especially now, past year, I have to do something nice. Like to go do that and buy the bottle, I'd have to find a place I could go on the way back that would be fairly not busy. So it'd have to be a time it wasn't busy. And have a dinner, a little dinner. No, actually lunch probably. By myself, a reward for doing a thing. My mom knows some things about whiskey, like adding water. It's because my dad does it all the time, and he adds a hell of a lot of water. Ugh. Which is fine. If you want to drink your whiskey with lots of water, you do it. Yeah. He doesn't like the high proof stuff. Wild Turkey 101. Well, that's one thing I haven't seen around here. I haven't really been looking for it, but Wild Turkey 101 Rye it's like it never existed up here. I'm not quite sure why. I'll have to look for it. I can do a quick look since I'm on the Cappy's webpage. Again, if you want to get in touch about bottle donations and stuff, you can contact me either through Instagram, although it's kind of bleh, depending on if I'm paying attention to it, or you can contact me at KillCo77@hotmail.com if you want to buy a bottle or donate a bottle or anything like that. And we can do it. Or samples. People have sent me plenty of samples. If you come back for Sunday, what I may or may not have a mystery guest. I actually don't know if I'm going to have samples that day. It may be something else. We'll see. We'll find out once I contact the person who may show up again and find out what they have that I have. Then we can both compare. We'll see. All right. Yeah, Wild Turkey. That's what I was looking for. Wild Turkey Rye. I have definitely not seen it at my local place. Why did I type Wild Turkey 101? Wild Turkey 101 Rye. Okay, just typing in Wild Turkey 101. The only thing that came up was the two bottles I'm fully aware of. Wild Turkey 101 small bottle, $25, and the big bottle, which I prefer, $40. Ooh. However, I haven't bothered to check that Total Wine, which I can almost guarantee has it, because guess what? Total Wine has everything. Just wish it wasn't so far away. By the way, for Rhode Islander, far away is more than an hour. You know why? Because if you drive one direction for an hour in any direction from Rhode Island, from the center of Rhode Island, 1 hour in any direction, you'll either end up in the water, or the ocean for that matter, or you'll end up in a different state. Because that's how Rhode Island is. Tiny place. Itsy bitsy. There you go. Oh, I have a secret thing. Maybe you guys can help. So there's this channel out there called, Shelf Turds. They're called Shelf Turds. I'm slowly trying to infiltrate their brains with the idea that they should switch to Goldschlager instead of Fireball. Never going to happen, but I feel it'd be hilarious if they tried that instead. Because it's Goldschlager. If you know what Goldschlager is, it's a cinnamon liqueur. And it is better than Fireball. That's right, I said it. It's also 43.5%. I'm actually not sure what the percentage is on Fireball, come to think of it, because I don't think about Fireball. And every time I do, I think about Shelf Turds because it's their thing and they love it. Probably costs less. Well, might cost more. Wild Turkey 101 Rye. One Rye. That's right, I haven't done any singing today. Sorry. Not that people come here for the singing. They come here for the distractibility and the whiskey. And possibly the whiskey. Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. Price. Oh, hold on. Hold, please. Wild Turkey Rye 101. Oh, they do have it. The Wild Turkey Rye 101. Why is it called Rye 101? That's just confusing. That's right. The gold flakes. That's the selling point. The Fireball is just you're in college and you want to get drunk. The Wild Turkey Rye is $28, and I can get it at Total Wine. Big surprise. The Wild Turkey. getting confused. I'm seeing different bottles and different prices. Anyway, I think the Total Wine has the Wild Turkey 101 rye. The Rare Breed rye, I believe I looked at the prices earlier. And it was, God, $56. That's why I wasn't interested. What's the Rare Breed usual price for them? Hold, please. Oh, the Wild Turkey Rare Breed is $43, which is about the price I found it for. That's a nearby place, so not too worried about that. But why the hell is there over a $10 difference for the Rare Breed Rye and the Rare Breed, which I really do like? I've had the Rye Rare Breed, and it's okay, but that price jump is nuts. Absolutely nuts. I've never had a bottle of it, but I don't know how much that would change things. Ooh. I'm checking things, I'm getting distracted. I'm falling down a rabbit hole from which I cannot return. Ow. Well, yes. True. Yes, cinnamon liqueur. While Fireball claims to be whiskey, which is infuriating. I mean, it's fine. If they want to call themselves whatever. And the reason I went to this store, which you can't see, but I'm checking out a different store, is because they had Mr. Black, which I did a review video of. If you want to check it out, it's on the channel, and I'm not going to pretend to link it because too far into this for me to remember. No, they just have the Rare Breed. Okay, so the Rare Breed at the place that's nearby is about $3 more. It's $46.99. So $47. Well, at Total Wine, I can get it for $43. And believe it or not, I would probably spend that much on gas just to get there and back because it's an hour away. So bonus. I will link, I'll link this in chat for anyone who's interested in the possibility of a donation. I believe these guys do pickup. Don't quote me on that. But this is one for you to browse. If you want to browse it, browse it. It is sold out in a lot of places. I assume that's why the price is up there. But there you go. That's a place I can go to that's nearby. The prices are okay. If you want to browse that just for your leisure. Ooh, YouTube didn't like that. Or Facebook didn't like that. Sorry. We're coming up to the last minute of the stream. Good. Do it. What have you done? Tell me. Tell me in chat. Tell me somewhere. Because you've done something. I don't know what. Makes me nervous. I've never had Rabbit Hole. I have just recently tried Bardstown Bourbon Company. I had some samples, I think, last Sunday. Whoa. It does. Goldschlager was the shit back in the day. That was the stuff that we drank in the college years before Fireball came out because we're so old that Fireball didn't exist. Anyway, it's fine. If anyone wants to check out the link I just sent, that is a place that I've gone to once, where they have a pretty good selection. The other place I go to is Cappy's in Fall River. If you want to check out that website, should be easy enough to find on Google. I'm running out of time. I can't do anything. We have a little bit of whiskey in the glass. It's good. I like. This is the part I hate because I'm not sure what to do with the last few seconds. It is. That's probably part of the selling point is they just have a fancy bottle. Checking Rabbit Hole. Now the whole catch is the guy didn't know he was going to do anything. Yeah, the Yankee place I just linked. They do have Rabbit Hole type products, High Rye and Cabell Hill 4 grain. So there you go. Yes, Vickers Liquors in Newport, but their prices are ridiculous. We're at the 2 hour mark. If I wasn't looking. Till next time, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. Sancha.